We are on, man, the Military Grind Concert Series interviews. Your guy, JasonBourne. I got our next headliner in the building, none other than G4jag.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Man, I rock with you, man. I like your work ethic. And I love that you like really hip-hop.
I appreciate that, JB.
You don't lie about it. You are not ashamed of it. No, you love hip-hop.
Straight to the point. Very direct. I appreciate you too, Lord. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, JB, man. JB is about his business, man. First time I met this man was to do business. That man pulled up on my session in the projects, man.
Yeah.
A lot of cats won't even do that, man. I know y'all salute the authenticity, man. JB really there though. Not talking about it.
And it's funny, I was talking about that same story too. I was there the other day, and I was like, man, I ain't even know this was here, man. Jag hit me like, yo, I'm on, 15.
I'm on 15.
You said the name, and I was like, I don't know, but you know what it is,
shout out to the homie French.
But man, another thing too, man, you got cassettes.
Yes, sir. That shout out to Trevor Lang.
That was impressed.
I appreciate that, man. The cats behind the wall, man. You know, it's so funny. They can tap in now, and like that means so much to me because a lot of people who I genuinely love, I ain't gonna see them for a while, you know what I'm saying? So they can still tap into what I got going on. I got the people shipping me a couple just to send to my folks. So that meant a lot. You know, a lot of people don't put good hip hop on cassettes. They don't think about your people that you can't touch, you can't see, out of sight, out of mind. So salute to everybody behind the wall, free the guys, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like for real. And
that was impressive, man. I said, okay, you got the project. I like, like the packaging. You know, when you came, your headline, you came with your merch, you came with everything. Yeah. And about 3 days later, I seen the promotion. The cassette tapes are coming. I said, oh, I don't know, I gotta go get me a Walkman.
Yeah.
I ain't had one since they let me out.
Nah, it's a fact, man. Listen, it's been beautiful. Like, shout out to so we did the concert, the Military Grind concert. Shout out to Terrell, Blair, shout out to JB, came out. We had a great time. It was a real genuine hip hop night. Like, the passion was there. I didn't have to say, I said what I needed to say from the album because I wanted the album to really speak that night, and I really wanted to let my people shine because a lot of us, we forget about, the people that supported you all this time, the other artists, like not just, the fans, but, us as leaders and all of us have a Military Grind Concert Series. We're leaders. You got people who believe in your movement, people who believe in your brand. So this was a dope opportunity for me to see all of the artists who's been supporting me for so many years and to see them put on, for me, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of in a big bro position. It was beautiful, like, just to see their passion and like everybody really brought their own crowd out, their own fans out. They had their music together, they had their little performance together. I seen a tag team performance I didn't even expect. Shout out to Fame and MP General, but those guys invested in themselves, got into the studio and put their music together. So for me,
I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be separate.
That was so dope for me, like, because I was on the back end trying to just make sure the business was right and make sure that I was putting my project together the right way, so it was ready for that point in time. But to see that everybody else had their own focus, their own grind, their own visions come to fruition, that was the dope part for me.
One thing I want to commend you. You probably are one of the only headliners who actually waited to the end to perform. Like, you kind of were like, nah, like, make sure my people go, let me make sure they're good, and then you really got up there and did about 2-3 songs.
I gave
it turned into like a, you know what I'm saying? I think that was big, just watching the process throughout and how you, went about curating live that you wanted, you know what I'm saying? Put people together and then to end it like that, I think was big, you know what I'm saying? To show a brotherhood,
And that was the goal, to show the camaraderie for that night. It really wasn't, it was about, G4jag, it was about the brand. Anything that, my name is attached to always helps build the brand, but it was more about the Fly family, the camaraderie, Harlem coming together, a lot of the bench players, not the top 5 or the cats that you might be looking up or got, really great names. Now, these are the cats that's coming off the bench, but they came to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I I respect that because I call myself the strongest six man. Like, I'm a bench player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the cat that was at the bottom of the totem pole. Everyone overlooked. Even if you look at my Instagram, the title is the most overlooked, and it's not with spite. I say that with confidence because I'm comfortable in my position. You know what I'm saying? It feels good when you earn the respect. It's not a given to you. Nothing was given with this brand.
And your demeanor hasn't changed. We met at a magazine shoot.
That's a fact.
Times Square.
That's a fact.
Your demeanor was the same. It was like you still were just very reserved, chill, precise. You know what I mean? I think that's really dope. You know what I mean? And you put one hell of an after party for the show, but you wasn't there. You wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there on that hell of an after party.
I appreciate that. And shout out to my guy Moet Santana, man. I gotta shout Moet Santana out because that's who connected me with JB originally. To be 100% honest with you, through this 6 degrees of separation, JB works very, very hard. So he's in a lot of different ciphers as far as artists and communication. But Moet Santana was the guy who really believed in giving me a branding platform, more than just a performance, more than just a studio session. But I'm pulling up to magazine video shoots and things, and this is stuff I never had before, as an artist. So that was a time I get to build with other artists. I got to meet Coney Brooks. I got to meet his movement and what he has going on. I got to meet JB and tap into his artists. Shout out to Vegas Black, the bar queen. But Moet Santana was the networking genius behind that. And I want make sure I say that and make sure I know.
It's not fake. He was with me last night.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I was just saying I was out last night and he was with me. And it's dope because I was talking to someone about energy, right? And when you meet people together, you are inclined to gravitate to the energy that you easily respond to.
That's a fact.
I know this person's a good person and they bring you around. I'm easily gonna think, hey, this is a good person as well. You know what I'm saying? Rather than saying, Santana from day one. Again, I met him through Coney. We was at the Falcon Club down the way, and we were outside just getting some air, and he was like, "Yo, man, this is what I want to do." You know what I'm saying? From that day forward, he has strategically gone through putting all of the pieces together. You know what I'm saying? Even with the shoot, he just called me. I just want you to come. I want you to be like the eyes and ears. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna doing our thing, but just let me know. And, I'm very like I'm not like clingy or like I'm just jumping and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna just be on the outskirts. He was like, alright, and then just energy, you know what I'm saying, pulled us all together.
That's a fact.
Your project out right now, remind them of the title.
The Survivors is out right now. Please look.
The Survivors is a theme for you.
It is.
Survivor. Now the Survivors. Talk about that.
So the Survivors. I call myself the survivor of hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of like my brand. That's what I'm into. But this project, The Survivors, it stems from my 9/11 Survivor mixtape line that I did before this. So I am a 9/11 survivor also. But I say that to say that people from the hood or people from, rougher circumstances, we don't always get credit for making it through other things besides the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you made it out the hood, you already a success. Yeah. And like, that's how people brand you. And that's not necessarily the case for anybody.
Yes.
I mean, that's a blessing if you don't make it out the hood. But we survive so much more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with the 9/11 Survivor mixtape, line, I wanted to really just bring attention to the fact that I am a 9/11 survivor, but that is not what defines me. And that's why I used it as the mixtape title, because when you dive into that, you're going to get to know me deeper and deeper and deeper through each project. So even though you don't, and the stories did not judge every book by its cover. I am a 9/11 survivor, but get to know me. There's authentic hip hop behind that. There's stories and tales of true survival through so many different circumstances that I like to share with the people. So with this project, I wanted to open it up to a broader market. So that's why I took away, the 9/11 survivor thing, because that kind of ties me to the tri-state area heavily, which is dope for, my brand, but at the same time, I want to try to grow. Yeah. So with the survivors, I felt like I could be more inclusive to, everybody else who's around the world. And that's what the response is. That's a fact.
On Twitter, they ringing in with you.
On Twitter,
all over, man.
The IG, my Fly Family, it's my label and my brand. But I also call that, my family. fans, the people who come together and support what we're doing. I call them my Fly family. So my Fly family is stretched out to Dubai, to Australia, to Germany, to so many places I've sent merchandise and product. And it's been such a blessing because, like I said, I'm a kid from 115 from Morningside. My aspirations was to be a dope lyricist and make sure I'm putting out quality music. I didn't know I'd get to touch so many people around the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this, like I said, still raising my twins, still trying to make sure.
Congratulations, twins.
Yeah, shout out to Lyric and Melody. Daddy still working. Yes, that's a fact.
25-8, right?
25-8. Like I said, I ain't slept. I'll be honest with you. I'm fresh off a show in Philly. We just came from the Voltage sold out show at the Voltage Lounge in Philly. Had a great time there. It was amazing. The crowd showed us so much love, and you know, that drive back. Flea Lord came out there. Conway performed. Shout out to Benny. Shout out to Conway. Shout out to Rick Hyde. Shout out to the Griselda family. They was out there heavy. We got so much love, and then you know, had to make it back because I wanted to be here and make sure I made my deadline here. And like I said, I got 2 newborn babies at home, so you know, I'm fresh off the road. Bottles.
We're gonna get you some Red Bull.
You feel me? Like, we're gonna get you some water. A little breath. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a good paper plane. Forgive me, I'm gonna keep it G-rated, but like, you know what I'm saying?
We got you, man. Give me your social media, man. Before we get
I need everybody tap into me @G4JAG. You can reach me on any social media platform at that handle. So that's Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. You can Google me. That's also the website, G4JAG.com. So if you're ever looking for any updates, shows, new music, just tap directly into the website and reach out to me. I talk back. I'm not one of them cats, so you know, I answer my comments, I answer DMs, I talk to the people. So I like to say I'm still with the people. So please feel free to interact.
There we go, man. We appreciate you stopping by.
Man, I appreciate you more, JB.
JasonBourne, the plug, 200 block on Military Grind Concert Series interviews. You know how we doing it.
Yeah.